Inert gas control panel consists of the diagram with the indications of different parameters. We have now inert gas production. We have yellow lamps indicating inert gas production, air production, or standby for delivery on deck. The red indications are for alarms like command fault, cooling water level high, cooling water pressure low, oxygen high-low, blower failure, fuel oil pressure low, flame failure, power failure, and emergency stops. From the generator located in the engine room, we have two valves. One is for purging and going to atmosphere. Another one is delivery valve on deck. So after the inert gas is passing through the engine room and scrubber, it goes through these two valves either to the atmosphere or if it's delivered on deck. Then it goes through the deck seal, which is located on deck, and it goes through the deck main isolation valve and the non-return valve, going to the inert gas main and also to the PV breaker. Here on the deck seal you have also the two alarms of low pressure on the pump and low level in the deck seal. On the line you have three types of alarm: high pressure alarm, low pressure alarm, and low pressure alarm. And also on the bottom you have the power supply from emergency indicator. And you have three black buttons for acknowledge the alarms, reset the alarms, and test the lamps. To supply the inert gas on deck, you have to push the green button for start the delivery. If you want to stop the delivery of inert gas on deck, you have to push the red button. On the other hand, you have the controller, pressure controller, with indicating the set point of the pressure in millibars and the current pressure in the line. Also, you have a few buttons here. The button is for changing the automatic and manual, and the button to change between the settings. For example, now you can see that the delivery valve is open on 100%. If you push this button more than 30 seconds, then you will enter the service menu to change the parameters of the controller, and two arrows to increase and decrease the values. On the starboard side you have the recorder of inert gas with two indicators. The blue one is indicating the pressure in the line, and the red one is indicating the oxygen content. So the oxygen content scale is from 0 to 5%, and the pressure indicating scale is from 0 to 250 millibars. On the bottom of the panel you have the overriding key. So one setting is cargo pump shutdown automatic, another setting is cargo pump shutdown override. In case the AG has low pressure on deck, you can switch over to cargo pump shutdown override, and the system will not shut down the cargo pumps. But this should be made only according to the company policies. Usually it should be set on the automatic shutdown. To change the set point of the inert gas pressure on deck, you can use the arrows up and down. The longer you push the arrow, the longer will change the value. On the right side, top side of the panel, you have emergency stop button, which stops the inert gas supply on deck. You also have alarm unit or the buzzer. And you have IG valve position status board, which is produced like poster number 17 of the company. On the status board you have indications in green which IG branches are opened and that IG main valve is open. For example, the red one indicate that slopes and residual IG branches are closed and the mass riser is closed.